Hello and welcome to my channel for news about reports for USA. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Let's begin. Since fans first learned of Danielle Busby's health struggles, one big question that came up was whether she suffered from fibromyalgia. Danielle Busby's mysterious health struggles were a huge story arc for Season 8 of OutDaughtered. While Season 9 didn't happen for 2 years, fans are hopeful they will get some answers on what happened to the TLC mother and why she was struggling so much with her health. Fortunately, as reports for USA previously reported, Danielle sat down with US Weekly as part of a press tour for the new season. And, during that interview, she gave fans some updates on what was going on with her health. Is it possible fans who wondered if she had fibromyalgia were right? Was that what plagued Danielle Busby? Danielle Busby's mysterious health, does she have fibromyalgia? Per her interview with US Weekly, fans that previously speculated Danielle Busby might suffer from fibromyalgia were not too far off in their guesses. Danielle Busby reveals that fibromyalgia is one of the conditions her doctors were treating her for as they worked to get to the bottom of exactly what was wrong with her. As a result of her muscular tension and inflammation, the TLC mother was diagnosed with both fibromyalgia and migraines. It's hard sometimes to even explain what I'm feeling or how my body is reacting to something, even in the view of Adam, because he's like, "You look fine, you were fine yesterday." It's annoying, it's frustrating, and there's days where I didn't do anything extreme or offset or something and I just will get up and I can't move my hands and my feet, and so it's an up and down journey. The OutDaughtered's star explains that the most frustrating part of her health struggles is the fact that she looks fine to people who are outside looking in. Also referred to as fibrositis, fibromyalgia is a debilitating condition that can cause pain and tenderness all over the human body. Per the CDC, the condition can cause sleep problems, fatigue, and often emotional and mental distress. Fibromyalgia is a condition that roughly 2% of the population suffers from. The CDC notes that medical experts are not sure what causes this chronic condition. While it cannot be cured, it can be treated and managed. Like Danielle Busby, individuals with fibromyalgia often complain about the rest of the world not understanding the health struggles that come with the condition, as the pain and suffering happens beneath the surface. Fortunately, Danielle Busby's interview suggests that her medical team has gotten a handle on her health struggles since Season 8 of OutDaughtered. And she is currently living a better life despite still having a few hard days. Were you among the fans who suspected Danielle Busby had fibromyalgia before she was officially diagnosed? Do you suffer from fibromyalgia or know anyone who suffers from it? Share your thoughts on the latest updates surrounding Danielle's medical situation in the comments down below. And keep coming back for more Busby news. Danielle Busby had always been a pillar of strength. As a mother of 6, including America's only all-girl quintuplets, her days were filled with the chaos of motherhood, reality TV commitments, and the challenges that came with raising a large family. Despite the endless whirlwind of activity, Danielle had always managed to maintain a positive attitude and a seemingly boundless reserve of energy. But recently, something had changed. It started subtly. Danielle would wake up in the morning with a deep, aching pain that radiated through her body. At first, she dismissed it as fatigue, the inevitable result of juggling so many responsibilities. Adam, Danielle's husband, noticed the change immediately. He had always admired Danielle's resilience, but he could see that something was seriously wrong. She was no longer the energetic, spirited woman he had fallen in love with. Instead, she seemed to be struggling just to get through each day. Adam urged Danielle to see a doctor, but she was hesitant. The thought of adding another appointment to her already packed schedule seemed impossible. But as the weeks passed, the pain and fatigue only grew worse. Danielle finally agreed to see a specialist. After a series of tests and consultations, the doctor delivered a diagnosis that left Danielle reeling: fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia was a chronic condition characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain, fatigue, and tenderness in localized areas. It was a mysterious and often misunderstood illness, with no clear cause and no definitive cure. For Danielle, the diagnosis was both a relief and a new source of anxiety. On one hand, it gave a name to the pain she had been experiencing. On the other, it meant that she would have to learn to live with a condition that could potentially disrupt her life indefinitely. Danielle's first instinct was to research everything she could about fibromyalgia. She read medical journals, joined online support groups, and talked to others who had been diagnosed with the condition. The more she learned, the more determined she became to manage her symptoms and maintain her quality of life. She experimented with various treatments, including medication, physical therapy, and alternative therapies like acupuncture and yoga. Adam was her rock throughout this journey. He took on more responsibilities at home, ensuring that Danielle had time to rest and focus on her health. The couple worked together to adjust their routines and find a new normal. They also decided to be open with their fans about Danielle's diagnosis. Sharing her story on their reality show, OutDaughtered, allowed Danielle to raise awareness about fibromyalgia and connect with others who were facing similar challenges. As the news of Danielle's diagnosis spread, the support from fans was overwhelming. Messages of encouragement and stories from others living with fibromyalgia flooded in. Danielle found strength in this community, drawing inspiration from those who had learned to live with the condition and thrive despite it. Despite her determination, there were still days when the pain and fatigue were too much to bear. On those days, Danielle leaned on her family for support. The girls, even at their young age, learned to help out more around the house. They understood that mommy needed extra rest sometimes, and they were always ready with a hug or a smile to brighten her day. Adam and Danielle also made a conscious effort to prioritize their relationship. They scheduled regular date nights, even if it was just a quiet evening at home after the kids were in bed. They knew that maintaining a strong partnership was crucial, not only for their own well-being but for their family's stability. As time went on, Danielle learned to listen to her body and respect its limits. She accepted that some days would be better than others and that it was okay to ask for help. By focusing on self-care and surrounding herself with a supportive network, she found a way to manage her fibromyalgia and continue being the loving, dedicated mother and wife she had always been. One particularly challenging day, as Danielle lay on the couch, struggling with a flare-up, Adam sat beside her and took her hand. "We'll get through this together," he said, his voice filled with unwavering support. Danielle smiled, squeezing his hand. "I know we will," she replied.